Hey y'all, it's Amanda. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new here, and today we're going to talk about my JUNE TBR. Coming in. Okay, heavy rain, so sorry if it's like gonna distract from this video, but I need to get this filmed. So first on this list we've got the Cookie Crumbles by Tracy, Badua, and Alechia. I'm saying those names wrong, but this is a middle grade story that comes out June 11th, and the publisher reached out and asked if I could read and review this in the month of June, so I said sure. It sounded really cute, and I'm probably going to be in the mood for a good middle grade story soon, just from all the heavy books I've been reading lately, and there's a lot of things having to keep up with, so yeah, this definitely sounds right up my alley. It says the Great British Bake Off meets Knives Out in this fun middle grade novel following two best friends who must solve the mystery behind a baking competition gone awry. So this sounds right up my alley. It sounds like we're going to have some foul play rumors. There's some celebrity judges. There's a major storm that's going to cut off all access to the world, so some stuff's going to be going down. And it says, can the girls find the real culprit and clear her name before it's too late? So yeah, this sounds super cute. All the books are going to be linked down below, by the way, so if you want to check this out, I'll link it. But yeah, I love this cover. It's super cute. Anything with like food, kind of like Pearl Lee and her boba shop, like this sounds like right up my alley, so that's why I'm like super excited about it. So hopefully it's gonna be one that I really enjoy. Next on the list we have got Rocky Mountain Journey by Misty. Now this comes out June 18th. It's on my NetGalley account. I wasn't gonna pick this up for review, but I did. I changed my mind just because one of the book tour companies asked if I could participate in a book tour for this, and I had committed to doing some posts on Instagram to support the launch. And for transparency reasons, I want to make sure that I really actually like this book before I'm posting and supporting about it. So I am going to try to read it. I'm pretty sure I'll be in the 4-star range with this, most likely. This is book 3 in the Sisters of the Rockies series, and I read the first 2 books, of course, gave them 4 stars, very enjoyable. And this is a Christian historical romance, and this one is about the sister named Faith, and she's going to go on this journey through the wilderness in the Rocky Mountains in search of the pagan Blackfoot woman who once saved her father's life. And she masquerades as a man following a group of trappers who may lead her to the place where the woman is hiding. But keeping her identity a secret is going to be very hard for her. So Grant Allen is searching for his younger brother who was separated from him when their parents died many years ago. After receiving word that his brother went west to the Rockies, he joins a band of trappers, hoping they can lead him to his brother's location. Soon, Grant realizes that there's a woman hiding among the men, and he's determined to figure out who she is. So I'm sure everything's going to kind of go from there. There's going to be wild animals and all this stuff. It sounds good. I'm probably going to be in that 4-star range with this. We'll see how it goes. I have really enjoyed the other 2 books in the series. I had so much on my plate. I didn't plan on reading it, but just because I don't want to post about something if I'm not 100% sure it's like something I want to like promote. So I'm definitely going to be reading it. Then we've got The Fast Lane by Sharon M. Peterson. This comes out on June 19th. I'm going to try to see if I can get it done before June 1st. But if not, it's going to be read in the month of June. And I have read one of her rom-coms before, gave it 3.5 stars. It was funny and enjoyable. So we're gonna see how this one goes. This is a friends to lovers, brother's best friend romantic comedy. Rom-com. Me over here saying romantic comedy. It's a rom-com. Okay, and they're clean. She writes clean rom-coms. And it says one wedding. I almost said reading. I can't. One wedding. One road trip. One last shot at love. And again, another road trip story. I'm on a road trip kick. Okay, read that Savannah Scott book right now from the vlog that you probably saw. I don't know if I finished it by now. I'm sure I finished it by now. You've seen this video, but I'm on a road trip kick. Okay, so yeah, this one releases June the 19th. And it says, he's the only person who can give me a ride to my brother's wedding, but he's also the one man I cannot have feelings for. My brother's best friend is off limits. Isn't he? So yeah, I'm excited about this. It says, will this be our second chance to go the distance, or will everything blow up in my face in the middle of my brother's wedding? So they say it's real funny, and it says if you're a fan of like Emily Henry, Sarah Adams, or Olivia Dade. I don't know who that is, but it says that you would like this. I don't read Emily Henry. Sarah Adams, I've read a couple of her books. Her older stuff I enjoyed. And I don't know who Olivia Dade is, but this is supposed to be a clean rom-com, so either way. And so it does say that there's no third act breakup. let's go. So I can't stand the third act breakup. I mean, if it's like here and there, fine, but like, So that's one that's on my list. I'm going to read Cold Vengeance by Nancy Mehl. This is book 3. Cold Pursuit's book 1. Cold Threat is book 2, and Cold Vengeance is book 3. And this is the Ryland and St. Clair series. So you already know, like I have had this on my Kindle for like a month now, and I still haven't gotten to it. So yeah, this comes out in July though, so I've kind of been pushing it out. July 16th is when this releases. This is a Christian suspense. Really excited about this one. I've loved this series so far. Nancy Mehl does not disappoint. At this point, I don't think she can do wrong by me. I mean, I'm just saying. I love her books. They have great faith content. There's always like a light thread of like, you know, these characters are going to be romantically involved at some point. And so I really liked where she went in book 2 with like the relationship with them a little bit. So you could tell they definitely care about each other already in book 2. So that's great. And so, yeah, this one is a crime podcaster vanishes without a trace. And there's Ryland's the last name. River and Tony, okay, they have to track her down. And so they're going through evidence. There is a startling connection. They may have discovered the existence of an unknown killer, and they gonna see what happens next. And so I'm sure this is gonna be crazy. So really excited to dive back into this series. I had recently read Mind Games by Nancy, and I gave it 5 stars. Gotta continue on in that series too. So I'm kind of in back and forth with these 2 series by her right now. And then at some point I'll read another series she wrote several years ago. I'm trying to go through her backlist. So When Twilight Breaks by Sarah Sundin. This is a definite because I'm going to be buddy reading this with Katie. So hopefully we enjoy this one. Me and her have been talking about reading this for a long time, probably like a year or something. And so yeah, finally going to read this. So this is a World War II, I guess. Let's see. She usually writes World War II. Yeah, Nazi Germany. So it says Evelyn Brand is an American foreign correspondent determined to prove her worth in a male-dominated profession and to expose the growing tyranny in Nazi Germany. So she must walk a thin line. If she offends the government, she could be expelled from the country or worse. If she does not report truthfully, she'll betray the opposed and fail to wake up the folks back home. Peter is an American graduate student working on his PhD in German. Disillusioned with the chaos in the world due to the Great Depression, he is impressed with the prosperity and order of German society. But when the brutality of the regime hits close, he discovers a far better way to use his contacts within the Nazi party to feed information to the shrewd reporter he can't get off his mind. So Evelyn and Peter are on a collision course with destiny, it says. So yeah, this was written several years ago, I want to say. Was it what, 2021. So hopefully we enjoyed this one. She hadn't let me down either. Okay, I forgot another book, so I had to go get it. Finlay Donovan Knocks Them Dead. This is book 2 after Finlay Donovan is killing it. I hope so anyway. But I'm going to buddy read this with my friend Lindsay Lemus. It's the secular mystery series, and there are some sexual innuendos that I was like, whatever in the first book. But overall, this story is funny. It kind of looks like a whatever book to kind of palate cleanse. Lots of different twists and turns and things. So we'll see how I get on with this one. You know, if it's definitely going to be one I want to continue or not, we'll see. For the Protagonist Pub Book Club pick, Tammy posted her announcement video recently. I put it in my community tab, so you probably already know about this. But I Must Betray You by Ruta Sepetys won the poll for that. So thank you to everyone who voted in that. Really excited to dive into this. So I've seen several people today join the Discord. So I'm going to link that again down below. I think I forgot to link it in the last video, but y'all found it. We'd love to see it. So I'm definitely going to link it, okay? Link it, Amanda. If you want to join in on the discussion in the Discord group on this book, feel free to join and we'll just kind of see how we get on with this. I'm definitely going to be reading it, so there'll be thoughts in the chat. So I love how Tammy does it too. Like, she breaks it down by chapter. Usually a lot of book clubs, that's what they do. They'll have like different chapter breakdowns. And so this will definitely be one that I'm going to be picking up because I loved Between Shades of Grey by Ruta. And I know this is probably going to be very emotional and hard hitting in this month. So she just has a great writing style. And so this one's set in Romania, 1989. Communist regimes are crumbling across Europe. 17-year-old Kristen Florescu dreams of becoming a writer, but Romanians aren't free to dream. They are bound by rules and force. Amid the tyrannical dictatorship of Nikolai, I guess, I can't say his last name, we'll say Nikolai, in a country governed by isolation and fear, Kristen is blackmailed by the secret police to become an informer. He's left with only two choices: betray everyone and everything he loves, or use his position to creatively undermine the most notoriously evil dictator in Eastern Europe. How do you say his name? I'm questioning how you say his name, but we're just gonna say Christian. Kristen, oh my gosh, how do you say his name? It ain't got an H in it. So, Christian. He risks everything to unmask the truth behind the regime, give voice to fellow Romanians, and expose to the world what is happening in his country. He eagerly joins the revolution to fight for change when the time comes. But what is the cost of freedom? I know this is going to be emotional. We're going to have a lot of stuff going on here, but definitely something I don't know anything about during this time period. So, and I don't know anything about Romanian history. So this will definitely be something that's eye-opening for me. So excited about that one. And the next buddy read I have is actually with Tammy. She and I are going to read Poldark. Okay, I actually read this like 2017. I listened to the audiobook. Because 34-year-old Amanda don't remember nothing. Okay, I have seen the first season of Poldark. I think I watched 1, 2 parts of 3, and I never finished it. There were some things in that show going on that I just wasn't crazy about. So we'll see how I get on with this. When I first read this, I gave this 5 stars, but that was 27-year-old Amanda. So we'll see how I get on with this. So I'm really excited to dive in and discuss this with Tammy as well. So I'm not going to read too much about this just because I think a lot of us already know what Poldark is. But essentially, Ross Poldark, he comes back to England from war. And he's looking forward to like this joyful homecoming. And his beloved Elizabeth, honey, she thought he was gone. She thought he died. And now she's engaged to his cousin. So that's the whole point of Poldark. He comes back. She thought he was dead. He wasn't. He has no choice but has to start over in his life, and things go on from there. Lots of things in the mines in the show if you've seen it. And you know, it's set in Cornwall. It is a good show, but then like things kind of go and it took a turn where I didn't love it. So I quit watching it. But we'll see how the book measures up right now to me right now. We'll see. I don't know. Just thinking about things, but the first book I remember I really enjoyed, so we'll kind of see how it goes. Then I'm also, the reason I got this one up is because I'm buddy reading Aberration by Cathy McCrumb, which is book 2 after Recorder in the Children of the Consortium My Brain series, book 2. This is a Christian sci-fi. Love these covers. But Recorder was so good. I need to kind of refresh my memory a little bit before I pick this up, but I'm about to read this with Lindsay Lemus. And the reason I have this one out, this is book 3. Guardian is book 3. I hear you have to have this immediate. So this may get read in June, depending on how things go with book 2. So Guardian and Aberration. We'll see. We will see. Okay. I'm not even going to say anything about these books other than they are great. The first book was such a great sci-fi introduction. It's going to be something in a sci-fi you don't 100% understand, but I feel like this does a really great job of, you know, putting everything kind of together. And I am going to try to not just listen to the audiobook. I'm going to try to physically read a little bit with this too, because this is kind of one I think you need a physical copy or an ebook or something so that you can fully understand like character names and what's going on. So yeah. Now let's talk about the possibilities. Okay. I'm currently reading Are We There Yet by Savannah Scott. Her 4th book in this series actually comes out in June. So I'm hoping I can read that as well, because we're going to see. If I finish this, I'm probably going to have already finished this by the time you see this video. So I have actually books 2 and 3 on the TBR for this month as a possibility. Depends on how I get on with like the other books. So even if I just read book 2, didn't read book 3, it's fine. Heard these are just some great, cute, clean rom-coms. Obviously, the first one is great. So, you know, 5 chapters in, of course. I haven't finished it, but we'll see where I land with it. And I really want to read these before I read her 4th book. So we'll see if I have time for these. If not, it's fine. Then I have got The Only Exception by Mandi Blake, book 3. I've been wanting to read this for like 3 months now. This is book 3 in the Wolf Creek Ranch series. And I've been wanting to continue on in the series for a while. She sent me these to read and review, and I still haven't gotten, this is last year, and I still haven't got to book 3. So that's one reason I really want to try to prioritize this series in the next several months. So I do have an audiobook for this too, but I mean the covers, I love these covers, are cute. Just cowboy cheese, yes, always so good. So I'm hoping I enjoy this one. We will see. Mandi has not let me down yet, so yeah, hopefully I can get into that one as like an audiobook or something. Then I've got these 3 as maybes, okay? Like, these are full maybes. I think this one would be the most out of these 3 that I'll probably pick up. But Denise Hunter, Love Unscripted, she is going to be at this event in July. I already told y'all about it in my vlog, but I want to try to read her newest release and take this to get it signed. So I know Sheena recently read this and enjoyed it and gave it 4 stars. I've delayed the audiobook through like the first week of June. So if I get the audiobook, yeah, I'll probably pick this up. This is The Perfect Boyfriend Only Exists on Paper, Doesn't He? Fresh off the heels of a bad breakup, Chloe Anderson poured her heart into penning The Perfect Boyfriend, and the result was an off-the-charts debut beach read that resonated with women worldwide. Now, her scripted hero is headed for Hollywood with her book destined to become a major motion picture. When Chloe gets wind that the silver screen bad boy Liam Hamilton has been cast as the ideal in every way hero of her novel, she's horrified by the choice. How could a player like him do her hero justice? Unafraid to speak her mind, she lets her executive producer know she's 100% opposed to the casting. And oops, the calls on speakerphone where the annoyingly attractive Hollywood star hears her outrage. Uh-oh! Okay, I read this synopsis a little bit. With his reputation already on the rocks, the agent concocts a PR plan to upgrade his image while putting the story and film in the spotlight. The catch, during the movie's filming in her hometown in North Carolina, they have to fake a wholesome, committed relationship. Let's go. So, and then from these 2, this one, let's see, The Huntress of Thornbeck Forest, Melanie Dickerson. I'm probably not going to get into this into May, so this is on the 24 and 2024 list. Hopefully I can get to this. This is like a beautiful maiden poaches to feed the poor, handsome forester on a mission to catch her, danger and love, all this stuff, like that kind of thing. So yeah, it's like one of those fairy tale retellings. So yeah, hopefully I can get to that. If not, it's fine. I can move it to the next month. But Reputation at Risk by Martha Keyes. I talked about this in my last vlog, and I really, really want to read this. So since I already started it, I want to read it. There is also, I believe, the audiobook is free on YouTube. She actually uploads audiobooks on her channel for you to listen to for free. So I thought that was really nice. But either way, this sounds really good. Giving like clean Bridgerton, is it not? So yeah, the characters are Charlotte and Anthony, and they're going to kind of work together. Sounds like there's like a forced engagement and stuff between them, and they're like, they don't really like each other really. So I don't know if it's going to be like enemies to lovers in a way. We'll see how I get on with this. So tell me what's on the possibilities. So yeah, and some of these you'll probably see in the summer TBR, okay, whenever I film that. So sorry for any duplications, but we'll kind of see where I land with stuff. That's it for me in this video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you are going to be reading this month. Be reading these books. Y'all think, oh yeah, girl, you need to be reading that ASAP. Let me know. Chat below in the comments as usual. See y'all in the next video. Bye, y'all.